trash in the place.
Oh, the lights! Oh, my lights!
Yeah, let's get a light. Go on, Stevie!
You want echo? Steve. Say it to me.
Can you tell me why?
I never said that. It says, can I come and do a wee bit of a stand up at your do?
Liar.
Well, he quite fancy the lasses. You can do it, Steve, but you don't.
I just want to thank you people of Dunfermline for allowing me to pop my comedy cherry here tonight in your presence. And my aim is to ejaculate my comedy jizz over each and every one of you, and I hope that I enjoy it as much as you do. Please no heckling, I haven't got any heckles. I'm ready.
You fat bastard, you fat bastard.
You ate all the pies.
Stevie, stand up, stand up!
The thing that I'm most worried about tonight, I think that I'm going to find the hardest to deal with after this, is the adulation that normally gets piled on a performer after
Mind you're not on,
on
mate.
stage. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I can hear myself, but I don't know if you can hear me. There is a journey that an audience gets taken on when watching a performer, and I am. And it's a three-stage critical analysis. Too many coronas. Three-stage critical analysis that's subconsciously taken part by the minds of everyone in the audience. And the first stage is you're looking at the speaker and you're thinking, is the subject matter of interest to me? I can imagine that the answer is no to many of you at the moment. The second stage, you're actually analysing the speaker, and you're looking at the speaker and you're thinking, is he doing anything that's going to annoy me or be detrimental in the delivery of the information that I really want to hear? And the third stage is the critical stage. The audience are actually having sexual fantasies about the speaker. And if you're not having sexual fantasies, the new suggestion that I've suggested that you should have, you will be having them now. And at this point I'd just like to say I hope you're all having a great time. And obviously the ladies, your imaginations are running wild, I can see them from here. And for the guys in the crowd, for your particular fantasy, imagine this. You're looking over your shoulder, and this is what's coming up behind you. I have to say, I am a bit nervous, and I am kind of shitting myself up here tonight. But none more so than a recent trip to Wales on a rugby trip. We'd just been to the game, we'd watched Scotland get beat by Wales again, and we'd headed back to the pub and we're watching the England-Ireland game. And I'm standing there, minding my own business with my mates. I've got my rugby top on, my kilt, my boots, and I get a wee tap on the shoulder. I didn't even have a chance to turn around properly, and all I could hear was, "Show me your cock." I mean, when I say I turned round, I was like kind of half turned round, and obviously I'm not very tall, and I was faced with this kind of monster of a woman that had been bussed in from the valleys. She had the Welsh rugby top on, with brains across the front, and from the kind of height vantage point that I had, all I could see going on under this top was a pair of mountainous tits and a spare tyre that wouldn't have looked out of place in the back of a Land Rover. Now, when you're faced with a position like that, you've got kind of two options. You can either, one, come back with a really quick, witty line, or two, you lift your kilt and you show the pendulum of a grandfather clock. But you know what I mean, and it's swinging nicely between your knees. Unfortunately, I was fucked on both counts. One, I was frozen to the spot with fear. I didn't know what to fucking say. And secondly, my wee fella's done me proud over the years, you know, but he ain't no grandfather clock pendulum, you know.
That's not my wee pal!
Thank you, Susan. So I'm standing there, and I said I'm like frozen to the spot, didn't know what quite to say, fighting hard as I can to come back with a great line. But by this point, my brain has taken a picture of this woman and it's sent it downstairs to my cock. By this point, it's in retreat, big time, and my balls are trying to climb back inside my body for their own safety. I swear to God, my cock was somewhere back round about my kidneys. Before I could come back with
It's a huggy, it's a snuggy.
Sorry.
I'm loving the introduction, it's fine. So I'm standing there, cock in reverse, thinking, what the fuck do I do? So I just turned to her and I delivered the best line I possibly could. And I said to her, if you want to see Captain J. Edgar Willis, you're going to have to show me your fanny first. At which point she told me to fuck off. So it all worked out well in the end. But no, as I said, I'm kind of shitting myself up here, but never has the desire to shit been greater than the trip home. And we're sitting at Cardiff Airport. We've been away since Thursday, it's now Sunday night, and you know what it's like, you're sitting in the airport, you're completely fucked. Your body's fucked, you've done nothing but drink beer and eat kebabs since Thursday. I've already shat 7 times that day. And no longer is it a solid thing that you call a shit, but it's more like acid. I buffed my arse with the cheap toilet paper in the hotels and the airport, and I think I've fucked my arsehole lining, and I don't know if it's ever going to grow back. So I'm sitting there, and the flight gets called, and I'm like, right, okay. So he stands up to go for the flight, and I feel it bearing down again. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I need to go to the toilet again. So the boys are like that, we're going for the flight, hold me a seat, I'll be there as quick as I can. So I'm running, kind of kilt swirling, mincing my way to the toilet as quickly as I can, and for once in an airport toilet, there's no queue for the guys' cubicles, because normally there is. A door opened, and I thought, thank fuck for that. So I got in, the guy came out, I went in, I shut the door behind me, locked the door, and I turned around. And that's when I fucking saw it. It was like a fucking war zone. It was a scene of complete devastation. The best way I can describe it was this previous tenant, as I like to call him, had sat down and had created a perfect seal over the toilet with his arsehole and his legs, creating a perfect seal, and I think he detonated a grenade that he had stuck up his arse. I mean, this thing was like fucking that everywhere. I mean, when that guy got off the toilet, I don't think he just wiped his arsehole, I think he was wiping his lower back and the back of his legs. And I'm sitting here thinking, I can't use this toilet, there's no way, I'm getting out of here. So I goes for the door to get out, and I open the door, and there's 4 people waiting in a queue to get in. What do I do, you know, it's like, my plane's been called, my mates are sitting on the plane waiting on me, what do I do? So the cleaner in me came to the fore. And I could see in the corner cubicle there was a toilet brush. So I grabbed the toilet brush and I set about it with vigour. And I set about it with vigour with my hand over my mouth. So you can imagine the scenario. And there's 2 reasons why you put your hand over your mouth. The first reason, when you're scrubbing a toilet that hard, you're hardly likely to be smacked in the pus with the smell of Febreze. The second reason that you do it is you're worried that the tip of that brush is going to touch the water and you're going to get a spray back. and you're going to end up with some bastard shite in your mouth, and how you can go on a plane after that, I have no idea. I don't know what the ladies are going, ooh, for. I used to work in an office full of women, and I tell you, many a time, using a shared toilet, I went in behind them, and I thought I was going to have to fucking call Transco, because I thought the gas main had ruptured into the office underneath that toilet. You might be made of sugar and spice and all things nice, but you can smell of poison. So I've cleaned the toilet, and I think I have to use this now, so I get loads of toilet paper, and I smatters it around the seat so I can sit down. So I sits down, and I'm pushing, and I let go of the almightiest ripper of a fart. No shit, just a fart. A wee pee, a wee wiggle, and I stands up, ready to head on my merry way. And I turn round, and there it is. This big, dirty, wet, greasy shit sliding down the back of the pan. And the first thing that comes to my head is, where the fuck did that come from? That's no mine. How the fuck did that get there? I only did a fart. At the time I was 38, I wasn't even 40. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, if that's mine, I'll never be able to leave the house again. I'll not even be able to walk to the plane to get on my seat. I've got no pants on. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh shit, what am I going to do? I mean, I'm going to need to get a disabled parking space outside my house. I'm never going to be able to take the kids to school. How am I going to work and pay the mortgage? So I'm sitting there and this little voice comes from within and it says, Stevie, that might not be your shit. And I'm thinking, hey, who's this? And the wee voice come back saying, it might be the previous tenants. I mean, after all, it was fucking everywhere. It could have been up on the roof, and you've just got up in time and it's fallen down and landed in the pan. And I'm thinking, that could be right. But how will I know? I mean, I could say it is the previous tenants, and I could just walk away. And I'll be quite comfortable to walk away, but then the other demon inside me is going, but it might not be. It might be yours. So I was thinking, right, I need to get this tested. I need to do a test. We need to get this shite tested. I can't go on with my life without knowing if this is mine or not. So I've got a load of toilet roll, and I'm wrapping it all up, and I bends down and... What y'all expecting? Do you think I fucking picked that shite up out the toilet, wrapped it on toilet paper and stuck it in my sporran? Of course I did. For fuck's sake. I bent down and I wiped my own arse. I mean, something that greasy is going to leave a mark. Thankfully, my arse was bone dry.
Hey!
I didn't have to call the council, I didn't have to make any fake disability claims. And I could get on with my life. I had a wee bottle of champagne on the plane on the way home, and I think I'm going to have one now. Thanks very much.